Good morning to everyone who's listening. My name is Nabila Costa, and I'm here with my classmate and fellow partner,
Héctor Garza.
and we're going to answer some questions. Hector, what are the factors that make a community strong?
I think there's many factors that can make a community strong. One of them, and a very important one, I think, is the unity that they have, and also how everybody in the community contributes to the community by doing things like cleaning or sharing things or information with others.
I think that's really accurate, and also how a community, like mentioning what Hector was saying, is like how a community can come united when, for example, a common problem appears and a situation can escalate so that it affects all of them and they unite so they can fight against it. Okay. What do you think are some of the factors that can make a community weak?
As I mentioned, again, there's a lot of factors that come into this. I think one of them can be the lack of communication, because, for example, like you said, when there's a problem, if there's no communication between the people of a community, it is going to be harder to be united or work towards a goal.
Okay, yeah, that's also really accurate. Also, another factors can be inequality, discrimination, and some other things that are led by ignorance.
Yes.
And like, for example, in conservative communities, when people see someone different, they can treat them badly, or they cannot look that their needs are completed. Okay. What reason will lead you to join the struggle for a social cause? Well, if I can answer this one first, I think that one reason that can lead you to join the struggle for a social cause is when it affects you, or when it affects the place you live, or a family member, a close friend. What do you think, Hector?
Yes, I think when you join a social cause, it mainly is because you have a personal reason that you want to fight along the people for a cause. For example, feminism, women participate in this movement because they are women and they are affected by the things that men do, or how society treats them.
Okay, I think that is really accurate also. Well, mentioning one problem of our community that worries you, for example, me, in these days, Monterrey and all of the state of Nuevo León has been really affected by the air pollution. For example, some of the kids have not been able to just go outside and play or practice an outdoor sport because it can hurt their health. And what about you, Hector?
Yes, I also think that the problem with the contamination is very important and very people need to be worried about this, because, for example, when I was a child, I used to go to school in Colegio Americano, and in that school there was a factory right behind us that was expelling all these
Gases.
harmful gases and chemicals. And today in Monterrey there's a lot of contamination and it affects us daily. And another problem that also worries me is the discrimination to minorities, like homosexual people and racism, and also misogyny. Yes.
Okay. Lastly, and a little bit faster because we're running out of time actually, which peace action or peaceful mechanism of resistance do you know or have practiced to address the previously mentioned problem, and how has that improved your community? Well, for example, for pollution, you can, for example, drive not your car so often. Like, for example, me and my family have done that before. If we need to go to a place that's near, or a convenience store, for example, we don't use the car. We walk, or we use a bike sometimes. And you, Hector?
I think something that is very important for peace actions and things like that is spreading awareness by like doing things like sharing social media so that people can be more aware and they take care of the things and take it more seriously.
Thank you very much for listening.